Let's take a look at our problem. Talking about coterminal angles. All right, so we want to find 4 different coterminal angles for these 4 given angles. We want to find the smallest positive angle. There are an infinite number of coterminal angles. We want to find the smallest positive. Okay, let's talk about coterminal angles. Here's a unit circle. I'm going to draw a radius. And a coterminal angle is an angle that lands us in the same spot, right? So if this is our starting point, a coterminal angle would be one after a full circle or 2 full circles. We could go in the negative direction, so negative full circle, or a -2 full circle. Remember, a full circle is 2 pi. So basically, to find these coterminal angles, you need to add 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, so on, or subtract 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi. So for all those possible answers, we just need to find the smallest positive. So an example is probably the best way to look at it. Okay, first let's just pause and think. Okay, we're going to rotate this radius now, 7 pi over 2. 7 over 2 is 3.5, so it's a little bit less than 4 pi. In other words, a little bit less than 2 full circles. So here's the rotation. 1 full circle and a little bit short of 2 full circles. Okay, so if I subtract a full circle, 2 pi, I subtract 2 pi, I will land there, okay? And what we need to do now is just check, is that the smallest positive? So if I take away 2 pi again, I'm going to be negative. Obviously, if I add 2 pi, it's not the smallest one. So that's what I would recommend you do. Just check these. They are the smallest positive. All right, next one. .28. It's a little bit more than 2 pi. 2 pi is 6.28. So a little bit more than a full circle. Brings us there. If I subtract a full circle now, going the opposite direction, I will land there. And that's our smallest positive coterminal, subtracting 2 pi. Next one, we have a negative angle, so we're going clockwise now for negative. A little bit more than pi, so a little more than a half circle. Okay. So if I add 2 pi, it's going to bring me into the positive there. Adding 2 pi. If I add more, of course, it's not the smallest. And the last one, 10 radians. So 10 radians, more than 2 pi, less than 3 pi. Or less than 4 pi, let's say. Okay, so it's a full circle plus that. So if I subtract a full circle going the opposite way, I will land at the same point, coterminal, 3.72. Is that the smallest? If I take away 2 pi, it's a negative. Obviously, if I add, it's not the smallest. All right. I hope that's helpful.